Hello again, people. I think at this rate I can be making weekly videos. There's absolutely no promises with that. I just feel obligated to myself to have a medium of expression. And so this is that. And yeah, I have 39 minutes of Minecraft recorded, and I pre-record these videos so that I can just start talking. And it's cool that anybody listening can just use it as a podcast. That's so great. It kind of reminds me of is it Peter Draws? Yeah, where he's just doodling. I think eventually I'd want to start recording doodles, but dealing with storage is tough because at least with my computer, the internal hard drive can only hold like 256 gigabytes, but I have a 1 terabyte hard drive that I connect to have all these videos sitting in there. So that's wonderful. Today I had therapy with a very knowledgeable and wise therapist. 23 years of experience, and he's a professor. And so it was really good. I actually kind of felt heard for the first time, where I'm not just venting. He had good questions for me to self-reflect and really think about how my depression is related to my relationships, how I balance, or how my logical side and my emotional side interacts. And this was all just within an hour. An hour session, or a getting to know me session. And he seems like he listens. He even like calls back on what I had said about my life and asked for clarification. And I didn't feel rushed. Like even 1 minute before our session was supposed to have ended, he's like, "Oh yeah, our session's about to end. Is there anything else you needed to know?" And it was like one of the first sessions where I haven't felt rushed by a therapist who let me know that the session is ending 15 minutes before it actually ends. And he's already taken the initiative to set up 10 other appointments. So I finally have access to professional help with this slump I've been going through. I think what I really wanted to talk about today, or talking about for a while, is the superpower question. You know, that like the icebreaker. It's like, what superpower would you want? I used to say shapeshifting. Actually, I don't know, they're all good. But recently I've been really thinking about invisibility and how much happier I'd be if I was invisible. Even in high school, I've had dreams of like being a bum living in Florida, because usually bums are overlooked. Or I wanted to have like the body of an old person, because I feel like people overlook elders a lot or are very dismissive towards them. And it's just like on par with being invisible, which, no offense to old people, but it's just what I've noticed. It's like they're usually overlooked, and I just want to be overlooked. Just because this fear of being perceived is so strong. And it's crazy because I was a self-proclaimed attention whore. Maybe I still am, but there's honestly nobody to entertain that feeling around. I've got one friend that's back from college just for the summer, and I don't know, my attention whore tendencies usually go for I guess different type of people. Like with her, it's just easier to just be and just live. Like every time I'm with her, it feels like a Netflix coming of age show, and I can just be my age. And so, it's just like recently my eccentricity, or like I'm not eccentric anymore. I don't do clown makeup anymore, but I used to do that mostly because I was having a mental breakdown. I've been having mental breakdowns, but the types where you just stay in bed. But this idea of being invisible just to appease this fear of being perceived just seems so nice. Like if I was invisible, I could do whatever I want. I could just be happy because nobody notices me and I'm not in the way of anybody. Or if I am in somebody's way, they can't see me to deal with me. And like even in concerns of like getting a job or getting money, like I can just take food from businesses that weren't gonna sell it anyway. It's like, yes, that's thieving, but come on, like big businesses, do they really need all that money? Like I feel like I can be a Robin Hood in those moments too. It's like I saw the news or some post where somebody's will was to drop money out of a helicopter. Like if I could just do some like Robin shit stuff to make up for the stealing to survive, it's like nobody will know it's me, and I really don't care about a legacy anymore. Just 'cause chasing after a legacy has been killing me the most. And so yeah, I think what prompted me to finally make this video, because I've just had this like idea of how overpowered and how much happier I'd be if I was invisible. What really like prompted me to make this today was my manager called me to let me know that some difficult customers I dealt with like a few days ago, they brought up the situation to corporate, and already on that day when I dealt with them, that shit ruined my day. I literally did all I could to revise the situation, and I was just getting frustrated because how do you fix upset people? And getting that phone call on my day off, I mean, she wasn't like mad at me or anything. She just told me next time there's an incident, just call me so that I can deal with it then instead of hearing it from corporate. So understandable. But it's like, damn, my day is ruined today too, because I have to remember all those weird feelings of disappointing customers while trying the best I could. And like, yeah, it made me upset. It made me angry. I wrote in my journal some pretty mean things about them just to like try to get it off my chest. And I don't know, it just created this unrest that just like ruined the peace for me and these people. And it's just like, damn, if I was invisible, if they didn't have to see me face and see me as the person who messed up their day, like I probably wouldn't have to go through all this. I guess that's just like my way of hiding. It's like I feel so responsible when I never asked to, and so I just have this resentment for always having to be there for people when nobody really asked me to. I guess this is like me connecting it to people pleasing and then these difficult customers where it was honestly a miscommunication. And it's like, yeah, there's gonna be consequences even for silly mistakes like that. And I just kept taking it personally. I take so many things personally. I always think I'm responsible, or I have to be responsible because I think I can make things right. It's like if I just tried harder, which I think is not too bad of a trait that I have, cause when I think I can do anything, I don't have any limits on myself. But recently, or just like all my conscious life, me doing anything was for other people and not for myself. Like, I can finish high school to make sure I don't make my English teacher sad, so that I can be valedictorian and make people proud. And it's just like I can do this. It's not hard at all. And I like to think that it wasn't hard. It was just hard to make these sacrifices. Like I'd have to sacrifice my joy, things I actually enjoyed doing, to do other stuff I didn't really care about, or in a way I did care about them because I really thought that they'd ensure the attention I wanted. And so yeah, with these people, I'm like, I can give you free drinks, I can give you free stuff to try to make amends for it. Like, I want to take responsibility. Like, that's not right of us. I'm so sorry. Just trying my best. And it's like sometimes your best isn't good enough for people. And that's such a killer feeling. But I'm not even gonna make a pity party out of it, because what the fuck else is there to do? Anyway, so it messed up my day, and I really don't know why I'm taking it so personally, and I'm like, why do these people have such a hold on my emotions, or like, why am I giving them this power? And it's like, I really don't have to. Like, I could just let it go. So I watched a video on how to not take things personally, and I've been trying to get more involved with like the healthy gamer community, and I joined the server, and it's like with Dr. K and Healthy Gamer GG, the YouTube channel. That's been insightful, and so I watched the video on how to not take things personally, and he pointed out how it's a narcissistic trait to take things personally and to put yourself in this state of victimhood where you identify your behaviors, you identify as your behaviors, or you just say like, oh, that's just me, and it puts you in a position where there's no room for improvement or change. And he was also saying, it's like, put yourself in their shoes, and what do they see? It's like, what do they objectively see? And it doesn't make you a bad person, but it just, the behaviors that you're doing has hurt them. And so yeah, I tried putting myself in their shoes. What do they see? They see this young worker at a sandwich shop taking their order. It's their birthday. They want to get they want to get their discount, and they think they're being clear with me. And this person says, I don't think it's working, but they don't seem confident enough, so I'm just gonna pay for my sandwich that I ordered and get the receipt, and the discount's not there, so I feel swindled. And I tell this worker, hey, it didn't go through, you should have told me. And this worker is just like dumbfounded and wants to make it right by giving me a free sandwich, and I don't want a free sandwich because I already ordered some. So I'm gonna try getting 3 cookies, and I'm kind of pissed about this. So I go sit back down, I wait for my sandwich, and the sandwiches come and they're the wrong size, and one of them's got sauce on it when I didn't ask for sauce. And now this girl, the girl that took my order, is talking to another person taking their order. It seems like she's just ignoring me, and that's making me more mad. And I'm like, hey, I ordered a different size, like I said a small regular, and this girl's telling me, you said a small regular, we don't have that size, we have a mini regular and a large. I thought you meant a mini. And so trying to make it right, I get my sandwich, but it's ridiculous that I have to deal with this on my birthday. And I asked about drinks, and the girl's like, I can give you 2 free drinks for your troubles, I'm so sorry. And yeah, it's my birthday, so this is fucking ridiculous. I'm gonna tell another customer that it's my birthday and they got my order wrong. And okay, get my drinks, I got my sandwiches, and I got this emotional distress. So I'm gonna take it at corporate, because maybe that'll make me feel better. And that's pretty much what I can deduct and imagine what their situation was like from their eyes. And it's like, yeah, if going to corporate made them feel better, they did what they had to do. I did what I had to do, and I did what I could to try to make it right for this technology that was not my failing, but I can admit that it was my failing in communicating that it didn't work. And I know now that I should just call my manager when shit like this happens. And so that's all I can really do now. Like learn from it and acknowledge that these are people too. And yeah, they weren't trying to give me a hard time. The man even said that, like he was frustrated too. Like standing up for himself rightfully. Like I know if somebody messed up my order, I think I'd be okay with at least getting a refund or just getting free stuff. But they're not the same as me. They had to go through this whole process. And really putting myself in their shoes, it helps with knowing that this was a frustrating situation. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this, cause that process of like writing it down, seeing it from their perspective, has kind of given me more clarity or peace about the situation. And I don't know what else to say. It's just like a really humbling experience. And yeah, honestly, with the way things have been going, like I've been feeling a bit more resilient. Just cause like, yeah, I finally got therapy, so that's wonderful. And I can actually get through the day. I have a manageable school load and workload. And things are looking up, like I'm willing to get through this stuff. And I feel like I have been given a break. Like, I've been allowed to stay in bed till like 1 p.m. And I was kind of getting in that same mindset of like, that day when this incident happened, I was like, oh my god, I'm being tested. It's like one of the first few days I'm feeling better and I have to go through this bullshit. But it's like, I'm trying to outgrow feeling like a victim, feeling like the world is against me and that I'm not at fault and I don't have any responsibilities in this. But that relinquishes so much control, and I just miss having power, I guess. Power in my life. A feeling that I can make something happen, whether it be writing things down until I'm at peace and choosing peace, or just getting up despite how attractive my bed is. It's just I miss the control, and I know it's possible to have it, and I know it's possible to have happiness now. And I don't know how monotonous or like boring my voice sounds right now. Usually it's more energetic, but I mean it's 11:30 at night and I'm trying to sleep early cause tomorrow I'm helping out a guy from one of the support groups I attend who needs help with watering plants. And he said he'd pay me for it. I didn't really comment on the fact that he said he'd pay me for it, which, yes, it's nice to be paid, but honestly, I'm just like willing to help, and honestly grow my community better. Like, even though it's a 63-year-old man, it's like, I still have so many access to people, and he's one of the few in that class who know me, who have known me for like the past 5 weeks, who know my deepest trauma and stories and can relate to my struggles. So it's like anywhere you can get community, it's like it's good to just take advantage of it. And recently, or this week, I have online homework from my classes, and so I've been inviting my sister out to just go with me, just like having company and really taking advantage of the time I have here, because I really don't know where I'm going to be in the next 2 months. I set up my fall semester to be all online, and so that's exciting because I don't have to be in a certain town to attend class, and I can still get my education and get my credits. So I think that's a wonderful opportunity and a wonderful use of technology to like really make the life I want. Because I really liked the first bit of COVID. Like, I liked staying home and how I could just like log on to class in bed. And at that time, like, the isolation didn't feel like isolation because I was content with my own company, and I was working out. I was like reading six books that summer. I read It, which it has like 1,300 pages. I read that in 21 days. It's like I missed all the time I had for myself. It's like in this position where, like, crap, I'm in college now. And I do have the opportunity to go online, but I'm so isolated. I feel like I'm wasting my last teenage year. It's like it really does not have to be that way. And I never really got a gap year. And so I think this year is going to be my gap year while I'm pursuing GEs, and then I'm thinking of going back to UC Santa Barbara for hydrology probably. This is all in the air because like literally in my first year I've already changed my major 3 times. And I'm not so sure about the one I'm in now. I think I'm at a place now where I'm excited again for how unknown my life can get. Like, knowing that my life never really goes as planned as I planned it, but it has always turned out okay, has sat in the back of my mind as a fact. And before my mental health gets really bad, it's what saves me, just like knowing that it'll all turn out. Because at my lowest lows, the thought of not knowing and being so unsure has been debilitating. But I can be comfortable now, or comfortable again, with not knowing where I'm gonna be, but knowing that it'll be fine. And yeah, so that's wonderful. I'm trying to think of what to talk about, because I got like 10 minutes more. I got so many YouTube footage, and my Minecraft world that I'm working on is like so much more advanced than this now. It's getting hotter, and there's so many bugs out. I feel like all the biology, I'm not even taking biology, I'm taking a nutrition class, a psych class. I used to take a drawing class, but I had to drop it because I'm like, this is exhausting. Just like basic shading skills that freaking take 9 hours a day to do. It just felt like busy work to me, because it's like I know I can do it, and after doing it and having like posting my progress, the teacher's like, I have no feedback for you, and I'm like, oh, that's wonderful. And it was just like kind of a waste of my time, and it added to stress because I'd be drawing at freaking like 11 p.m. to get it in by a 12 a.m. deadline. It just wasn't healthy for me having to stay up that late, and I thought it was going to be a more fun leisure class, which was my mistake, because it's like, yeah, drawing like by observation and is really hard if you want to get all the details. Just because recently my art has been more automatic. So I dropped that class, and then the other class I'm taking is art history, which it's alright. Trying to get more into history and really trying to observe culture in art, because I know when I go to the museum and I see something ugly, I'm like, ew, it's ugly, like it took no work, are you freaking kidding me? But even in art history, they're like, does art have to be beautiful? And art and beauty is just so subjective, so of course it doesn't have to be beautiful, but when I go to a museum, I'd rather be appalled by the aesthetics. But then also I like thinking hard and reflecting on somebody's psyche and what they chose to put on a piece of media, because I think it's fascinating seeing other people's perspectives, but that's if I'm in the mood for it. So it's like for this art history class, I'm sometimes in the mood and sometimes not, because when it gets like really pretentious in describing a painting, like one singular painting with 800 to 1,000 words, I start to think it's ridiculous. But I can appreciate them for being really meditative towards just one thing. And especially with like me trying to meditate more, be more mindful. And I, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I was going on walks without playing music, and there'd just be so much to see. Even walking through my neighborhood and seeing how differently people decorate their homes, or if they have the same architectural pillar or not. There's just so much to absorb and see. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that was a couple weeks ago, but I want to start doing that more often. And yeah, just meditating and really sitting with something to just observe every single centimeter of it. Like, I like looking at the grass while walking and just seeing how many different types of grass and weeds there are. Or it's just seeing a dead yard, and the only things that are there are dandelions. And it's like, I remember picking dandelions as a kid, and they just have so many little petals, and I always found like these black bugs crawling between the petals, and they terrify me. Or I was just like, ew, and then I just dropped the damn thing. And I remember like maybe around middle school finding out that dandelions were weeds, and me being like, ew, they're a weed. But it's like now I can appreciate how beneficial and healthy dandelions are. Like, people make tea out of it, and I don't even know what else they do. Add biodiversity, I'm sure a lot, but I'm not like a horticulturalist, whatever that word is. I think that's a funny name for it, horticulture. Like, what root do you like hear hort in other plant related fields? Whenever I think of hort, and here's a who. And he had those like weird fluffy truffle things that kind of look like dandelions. Just totally random shit, man. Fireworks. I'm glad I live in the suburbs again, just because it's so quiet. Cause in the city I used to live in, it's just so loud. And my dad lives in that old city, and he's like, they've been shooting fireworks since the middle of June. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't imagine that. It's horrible. This is a painstaking process of trying to get the image I want, or the painting I want in this game. I'm afraid of making commentary on the game because the voiceover I record sometimes just doesn't line up with the video it's showing, and so I have to speed up the audio just like by 0.1, just to sync it up, or just to have it end the same time the video ends. Yeah. I want to watch that new movie Elio. I want to rewatch Everything Everywhere All at Once. That shit makes me cry, and it makes me realize a reality that I can actually make for myself just by making certain choices. It makes me think of where else I am in the multiverse, or if I had died in one of those universes just from like making the wrong turn while driving or something. I feel like with how random my life is, and me embracing that randomness, I wonder how far out the web of my verses can get, and what type of anomaly I'd have to perform to try to get there. Because something like 5 paper cuts between your fingers, or 4 paper cuts between your fingers if you have 5 fingers, like, that's insane. I don't like how dry the soap at my work makes my hands. My skin is peeling, and I already haven't been drinking enough water, so I'm getting these really painful hangnails. And so this is a reminder to just drink water. I have a 20-ounce container that I need to finish by tonight, and 20 ounces is absolutely not enough for your daily water intake, because according to my nutrition class, water is an essential nutrient, and you should be getting, I think it was at least 45, but it's recommended you have minimum 90 to like 120, which is insane. That's a gallon. I can't imagine carrying a gallon everywhere with me. It's too heavy. And it's like, where does all this water go? I hate pissing. I literally don't drink water just so I don't have to go pee, because peeing is so inconvenient. And I've definitely had those moments where I've drank so much water that when I'm pissing for 2 minutes straight, I still have my kidneys filtering my blood to like give me a bit more piss while I'm still in that toilet. And I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? Maybe this is getting a bit graphic, but I remember my first video on this freaking channel was bathroom field trip, which YouTube has since taken down. And like, I went to the bathroom to go pee, because I'm like, hey, if this channel is gonna be intimate, this is like as intimate as it gets. Let's go to the bathroom together. I think I was fucking 14. And so, good on YouTube for taking that thing down, but it's like, if you're gonna know me, you're gonna know I'm fucking unhinged like that. Not anymore. I can't be like that quirky, weird girl anymore, because there's no one to entertain that. It's not even really a flex to be weird. It's just like, it's vital to be weird, because you really have to be your own person in this world. Because if you're just gonna be a clone, it's like, what do you really have to offer? And so, yeah, guys, just be yourself, because you have so much value. Anyway, the video has ended, and I will definitely have to speed this conversation up to let it sink. Alrighty, good nighty.